Okay, I am going to show you guys how to use the Gopher Barbell Training System's spreadsheet. We're going to go through all of the boxes and see what they all do. So we'll start with the first page, our home page, our name. Let's go with Sean, age 21, body weight right now 169, goal weight 163. Squat max, let's go 500, bench 325, deadlift 500. So you just fill those in, and we will do all of our math on our block pages with these numbers. And for fun, just to look forward, we are also going to put in our desired maxes. So we're going to go and fill these in. Over here we have our warm-up selection. Right now these all come automatically, but you can go in and change these with whatever you want. So for example, if you don't want these, you can go in and put something else in. And those are just for your own reference to make sure you're consistent. We have our start date. You can come in and pick any date you want. So let's just say, for example, where you're starting that date, and we have a meet somewhere over here. Let's call it that. And what these will do is change your start date, your meet countdown date, and if we scroll down, it will slowly count down to where your meet is. So let's just go with this weekend. So, for example, this is about, 4 months of training in here, and you can always click and drag, slide this down, and have more days if you have a longer training cycle. So, let's look at an already built out spreadsheet. We'll take a look at Bobby over here. So, here's Bobby. He's 24. He's 203 pounds. He's going to start today and end May 18th. These are his start maxes. Going back to over here, we have our daily tracking. So diet tracking, post-lift, pre-lift, protein, fat, carbs. This calories automatically calculates your total calories based off of protein, fats, and carbs. You can track your body weight. Pre-lift, excitement, sleep quality, recovery, outside stress. This is a 1 to 10 scale. Post-lift, you have satisfaction and difficulty, also a 1 to 10 scale. And every day you can track all of these variables and see general trends. And we'll go into his first block. Right now we have comp squat, high bar tempo squat, tempo bench, and some accessories. So how you're going to read this is you'll look at your first lift. It's one set of 3 at 82%, and this will automatically fill up here with math coming from this number on the home page. So we have some percentage-based stuff, and then we have an RPE-based lift as well. This is a tempo movement. So if we look at the tempo, it has a 3-number system. The first number is an eccentric, the second number is an isometric, and the third number is the concentric. So if we're going to do high bar tempo squat 601, that is a 6-second eccentric with no pause at the bottom and a 1-second concentric upward motion. So he'll have 4 singles at that weight and an RPE of 8. Our RPE isn't always going to be 8. It can be 9, 6, 7, and that is important to pay attention to because I didn't just slap in a random number. It means something very specific. So you'll go through and start with comp squat, go to tempo squat, go to bench. All of these are color-coded, so every squat movement, primary movement, and squat accessory are red. So we have red down here, and then we have light red for a secondary squat movement. And the same goes for bench, where we have dark green for primary bench and a lighter green for a bench accessory. Blue is deadlift, light blue is deadlift accessories. Yellow is going to be back movements. So we have lat pull down, block rows, wide grip cable row, pull up. Those are all back movements. So if we go through the rest of his day, we have comp deadlift for some percentage-based work, eccentric RDLs for RPE, block rows, RPE, single leg reverse hyper, still RPE. So 3 sets of 20, 4 sets of 10. Another thing that we have here is this open box. If it says, so pull up for 4 sets and there's no rep range, that is going to be whatever it takes till you get to an RPE 9. So if you'll just go, it's basically an AMRAP. So for example, you keep going, you get 8 pull-ups, and you think you can only do one more. So you'll just call it an 8. So 8. And then for your next one, you get, let's just say you hit 8 again, and then you come back, you can only get 7 at an RPE 9, and then you get 5. So you'll just type it in like that, and you can later reference that, and that'll stay there. Every day, ideally, you will have this open on Google Sheets on your phone, and Bobby here will finish off these. He'll go and warm up with increasing weights for these tempo squats and find a single at an 8, and then he'll just type that in. So let's just say he goes 315. Then he'll go do his RPE 8 set of 4. He probably is going to do something like that. I don't know. So you'll just go through every day and you'll type these in with these negative 5% or something like that. It could be negative 5 or negative 10. You will take this number and multiply that by 0.95 to get 5% less, and you'll just round to the nearest 5-pound increment, unless you have change plates, so you can get down to pound or half-pound increments. So he'll go in and type in 195. So later on, he can look and see what he did the week before. So yeah, down here we have our daily boxes. Down here you can write in what you did for that day, how you were feeling, and just general notes. So, for example, we have Block A built out. We don't have Block B built out yet. Block C isn't built out. Under data, we have an RPE chart. This is a general estimate of where you'll be at if you are unfamiliar with RPE-based training. So, let's say Bobby has a set of, let's just pretend this wasn't a percentage based and we put in RPE 8. So we got a set of 3 at a theoretical RPE 8. Come over here, triple at 8, 86%. And it can be plus or minus roughly 3. With RPE, that is your own rate of perceived exertion. So don't just expect this number to be automatically the perfect RPE. Feel it out. Same goes for sets of 8 sets or 8 reps at a 7, 70%. Over here, we have movement notes. So when you get this, you will see notes from me. We have for squat, we'll have general tips, personal accommodations, and I will be filling this out, or whoever your coach is will fill that out. This is for whoever the program is written for them to fill out, lifter feelings, what kind of feelings they have about each movement. So that's back here. So let's look at me. I'm Sean, 21. These are my current lifts. This is me semi all filled out. And I've been pretty bad about tracking, so Ideally, you'll be able to fill out every single box every day. And what I have over here is I have locked my previous blocks so they can't be changed. And that's just for me to reference later. So over here we have, this is what I did last week. This is what I have today. And so for today, I'll be working up to sets of 4 tempo high bar. And let's just say I go for 330. I'll type that in. I can see what I did last week. I did 215 last week for close grip. Let's go 220, for example, if I were to be doing this as I was working out, but I'm not. So that's basically how it works. This is an old version. No one will have that. Everyone will have this. This is kind of your start and end date, just to keep things on track. It's block A, block B, block C, and you can have as many blocks as you want. You can run this spreadsheet basically forever, or at least until it gets too big to load on your phone, and then you would start a 2.0, for example, or you run through all your blocks. You start with your start date, hit your meet, and with your new meet numbers, you would start a new spreadsheet with your new maxes, your new desired maxes. You'd get a 2.0, and you'd keep going at it. So this is the Gopher Barbell Training Systems program tracking spreadsheet. I hope you find it useful, and let me know if you have any questions.